Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we're going to be making a pointed sleeve today, and we're going to first be using our pattern to draft it, our pattern paper to draft it. We're first going to be taking our blouse where we're going to be attaching it to, and the sleeve is going to end somewhere around here. So I'll just take my measurement. I'll use my measuring tape and measure. I want my sleeve to end somewhere around 7 inches here. That's going to be the length of the sleeve. Okay, so, and it's going to be for the front and the back. It's not going to come all the way down here. It's just going to be from here to this place here. So I've finished my blouse. Now I'm going to be fixing it and getting my sleeve. So the first thing I'll do is I'll take my pattern paper. My pattern paper, I'll be folding it into two. Okay, I'll be folding my pattern paper into two this way. Okay, I'll fold it into two. This is on fold. So the next thing I'll be doing is I'll be taking the length of this. We don't have enough. The length of the sleeve is 7 inches. The length of the sleeve is 7 inches. Okay, so my 7 inches ends around here. Okay, my 7 inches ends here. Then the width of the sleeve, the length of the sleeve is 4, the width is 7. Okay, so I'm going to connect from here to this part here. Remember, it's on fold, so I'm just going to use my curve to connect it. Okay, there we go. So this is going to be the first sleeve. Okay, this is going to be my first sleeve. This sleeve is the one I'm going to use to construct another one. So this is my first sleeve, as you can see. So quickly I'm going to construct another sleeve. And the next thing I'm going to take my pattern paper, shift it a bit more. Okay, shift it open a bit more this way. Okay, I'll rule a straight line, which is going to be my starting point. I'm trying to conserve the use of my paper. Okay, so on this straight point here, this straight line where it's going to be my starting point, I'll come down by 4 inches or thereabouts. Okay, I'll come down by 4 inches. Then I'll place this first sleeve. Okay, this straight side is parallel to this straight side. I'll place it here. On this part here, on the cap of the sleeve, I'll come up by 2.5 inches. I'll just put a mark there. I'll put a mark there. I'll put a mark there. Then I'll hold this side down. Okay, and I'll rotate this part of the sleeve. I'll rotate it, I'll rotate it, I'll rotate it till I get there. Okay, this part, this cap of the sleeve here is supposed to now be adjusted. It's supposed to be adjacent to this 2.5 here. Okay, you hold this part down here. Then now I'll trace this part out. I'll trace it out to my beginning. I trace the bottom part out. I trace it out. Then this one I connect it back to the folded, double folded edge, and now I cut out. Okay, so this is the second sleeve. Okay, and this is the first sleeve. When we place this one, it gives us the pointed edge. When we place this one, it just gives us a, when we put it on our sleeve, it doesn't give us that kind of fit. So this is the one we're going to be using now. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take my fabric and I'll cut out two, one for the front and one for the back. First things first, you can pin it down. I'll be pinning mine down. cut out this one, I'll be cutting out the lining of this one too using the same material. I'll cut it out. After cutting out, I'm going to be gumming with the hemming gum, the strong hemming gum and the soft hemming gum, and I'll come back and show us. Okay, so these are the pieces that have been cut. These are the pieces. So I've cut the main fabric. These are the pieces. I've cut the main fabric and I've cut the lining. Okay, the main fabric and the lining. I'm not going to be using the shining part. This is the dull part that's going to face outside. I don't want it to be shiny. So on the main fabric, on the main part, the front part, I'm going to be using this very strong cloth gum. I hope you can see it's very, very strong, very thick. Then on the lining, I'm going to be lining it with this soft cloth gum. I'll put it on before I now put my boning. I just said let me come and show you. You can see how this one is very strong. So this is what we're going to use for the main part. Then this one is what we're going to use for the back of it, the back of the lining. Okay, I'll gum it on now and I'll show you. Okay, so I finished putting cloth gum, the thick one, on this particular one. Then this is the lining. Okay, this one is the soft cloth gum. Okay, this is the strong one, this is the soft one. Okay, this is the soft one. This is supposed to be the lining for the back, and this is the front part. Okay, I'm going to use it to turn it. Then for this one also, this is the strong one, this is the soft one. So now I'm going to be going in with my boning. Okay, my boning, and I'm going to be sewing my boning on the main fabric. Okay, I'm going to be sewing my boning on the main fabric. That is right here, and I'm going to be sewing it leaving 1/4 of an inch. Okay, the boning, you will turn it, leave like 1/2 an inch towards the end here. Then at the side here, at the edges here, I'm going to be sewing it leaving like 1/4 an inch to be able to turn it. Okay, I'll stop, I'll continue putting up, so then I'll stop around here, then I'll continue again all the way here. Then I'll now use my lining to turn it, but let me go and sew it on and show you how it looks. Okay, then I'll bring it back to show you. So I have gone around to sew the boning on the major fabric. Okay, I've gone around to sew the boning, and you can see the extra allowance that's left here. So I'm going to turn it to the right side like this and take the lining, one of the linings. I'm working with the first one now. I'll take the lining now, align them together. Okay, I'll align them together and sew the lining at the extra, just before the where the boning is here. I'll sew the lining down so I can use it to turn it over. Okay, I'll be sewing the lining onto this part. Okay, onto this part here. Okay, to be able to use it to turn it down. As you can see, this is the boning here. You can see our shape has already started forming. So let me go and do that on the sewing machine and come back and show you. So I have sewn on the lining, okay, that I'm going to use to turn it. Okay, just on the extra, okay, the extra allowance that I left. Okay, I left a little bit of allowance before I fixed this one. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is right here on this line here, I want to put some hemming gum. The hemming gum helps it to lie flat. Okay, the seam here is going to lie flat. So what I'm going to do is that I'll go back to my sewing machine, okay, and I'll just sew it, okay, all the way down, all the way down. So it's going to allow, it's going to enable this to lie flat. I'll just go back and sew it down like this. Okay, then to allow it, when I iron it, it's going to press down and it's going to look very crisp and sharp by the time I finish. Okay. So I've sewn down the hemming gum. I've sewn down the hemming gum onto the, on just close to the edge there. So I'm going to turn it to the right side. Okay, I'm going to turn it to the right side and iron it down. I'll turn it to the right side and iron it down. I'll turn to the right side and iron down. So here we go. This is it. I'm going to repeat it. We're done with ironing this one, so I'm going to repeat this on the other ones. Okay, and I'm going to fix it onto the sleeve and bring it back for you to see. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a like, share the video, drop your comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.